welcome back to my channel. So you're actually fast forwarding a little bit into my future because I already filmed this video. I already filmed this video earlier today, like 4 hours ago today. Today's like a big filming day for me, and this was the first video that I filmed, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a lunch break and edit my video. And the file was corrupted, which really worries me. So, but it's actually really funny because she just moved. Okay, whatever, I'm tangenting. I was gonna say, at the start of my last version of this video, my dog Lola was hanging out right there, and it was so cute, and she was actually just there a minute ago. But anyways, okay, I am rambling. Let's try this again. This is going to be my 9 by New Year's final update for you guys. If you're unfamiliar with what this video is all about, it's actually a project pan video that I decided to do because of you guys. You talked me into it. I did the 13 by Halloween, I did that. And in that video I said, hey, recommend to me some other project pans, and you guys recommended this one. So I really enjoyed it. It actually forced me to use products that I probably otherwise wouldn't have used. So in this video, I'm going to kind of update you on the final status of all of those products. So let's get started. My bun is totally cut off. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a cute little half up, half down little bun situation. You can't even see my bun. Maybe if I just sit like this. Okay, so the first product I had in that project pan was my Kate Somerville Cold Cream Cleanser. It's actually a makeup remover and a cleanser all in one. I had already finished this up in my last update video, but I have to say, you guys, I do not recommend this product at all. I didn't like it at all. I felt like it didn't really do anything other than moisturize my face, but then I'd have to go in afterwards with a makeup remover, which would then defeat the purpose of the whole entire product. It didn't do anything as far as removing my makeup. The only thing it did is smell good. So, and it makes me really sad because I love Kate Somerville and this was a really expensive product. I'm really glad I put it in this project though, because I don't think I otherwise would have used it because it didn't work for me, but I didn't want to get rid of it because it was too expensive. Anyways, long story short, that is now gone. I also had 3 primers in this project pan. So the first one is the Benefit Professional. I think I told you guys a little bit about this in my update video, but I actually found out that I don't like this product pretty much at all. It used to be a holy grail product for me, and now I find that it just doesn't work for me at all. I feel like it's too slippery, it's too silicone feeling, so when I put it on my face, it pretty much just clogs my pores, and then anything I put on top of it just slips off, and it makes my makeup look really oily and really greasy and pool up in certain areas, and I just don't like it. So I don't know if like my skin changed or what. This used to be something I used every day, and now I don't like it. So I ended up not really using much of this, and I will probably give this to my mom or my sister, and if they don't want it, I will put it on my PoshMark because it's pretty much a full product still. The other 2 primers I have, there's one more facial primer. It's the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. This was just a little baby sample size, and I did finish it up into its entirety. This is one of my favorite facial primers. It's probably still my favorite facial primer. I love it so much, and I have a lot of these little teeny tubes like this. So this was just my way of making sure I used at least one of those before they go bad. So definitely my favorite facial primer. And then the last primer I had was a eyelid primer. It's the CoverGirl Lid Lockup. I have to say, for a drugstore eye primer, this was really, really good. For a while there, I thought it was even still, I feel like it's a pretty good dupe for the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. But it doesn't work quite as well. I did finish it up into its entirety. Now I could probably pull the stopper out and scrape it and get a little bit more use out of it, but I had a backup of my NARS anyways, so I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna use it because I like it more. The main difference I noticed between the 2 is when I used the CoverGirl one, eyeliner usually cakes up like right in the center part of my eye right here, and then kind of like spider webs out into my fine lines and my wrinkles around my eyes. It's not a huge deal. I was able to go in with like my finger and just kind of like pat it out. But if I have the NARS one, I might as well. But if I'm ever in a pinch or I need to save some money, then this is a really good alternative. The next product in that project pan was my Tarte Amazonian Clay Powder Foundation, I believe is what this is called. It's not on, oh yeah, it is. Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation in the color Fair Light Neutral. Now this is like a magic powder. I feel like it just kept like coming back and more and more, like it never went away. I never finished it. And it got to the point where I actually got my eyelash scissors, and there's like a mesh thing right here. I got my eyelash scissors and I cut the mesh to like literally see how much is left. I think that sifter is really cool. I think Tarte was one of the first companies to actually put that in their powder foundations, and since then more people have. Anyways, I cut it, and like there's still a little bit of powder left in there that I wasn't able to get with my brush because of the sifter, but there really isn't a lot left. There's maybe 1 or 2 uses left, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and toss this in my empties bin because it's lived its life. At this point, this foundation is like 4 or 5 years old. I know that's yucky, but it's a powder foundation, so I feel less yucky about it. But at this point, I think it's just time for this baby to go. So this was a really good powder foundation, and I definitely recommend it. And in fact, I think when I finish up my other powder foundations, I will probably only purchase this one, as long as it's still available, and I hope it is. I had 2 pencil products. The first one is the Ardency In Modster Eyeliner. This is to the point where I can't really sharpen it anymore because like the plastic is hitting the sharpener. I sharpened it this morning for the first time because I was going to use it, and then I used a black eyeliner instead. So it has like a sharpened point right now, but I don't think I'm going to be able to sharpen it anymore. I was a little bit afraid I wasn't going to finish this by the end of the year because I had a lot left, but I use it every day, so I guess I shouldn't have been surprised. But I think I will use this last little bit of sharpening, and then I'll call it a day simply because I can't sharpen it anymore. That's the thing with sharpened like pencils, is it gets to the point where like you can't sharpen it anymore because, you know, you're left with a little nub always. So, but that one is pretty much gone. And then the other pencil product I have is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This is something where I have like 1/4 of an inch left. It actually got to the point where it fell out of the plastic like applicator thing, and there's like a little baby bit left. So I am going to finish this up. I don't want to waste this product. I'm going to use this up, you know, to its entirety because it's a really good brow pencil. But I'm glad I put it in this project because I felt like I kept pushing this to the side and using other things instead, and I kind of forgot how much I loved this particular brow pencil. So I'm glad that I have it. I actually already have a backup, so that is the status on that. And then the last 2 products I have are both by Too Faced, and I think in my last update I told you guys the Sweetie Pie bronzer had broke on me, so the product itself has started to crack, and because it was cracked, I couldn't really use it anymore because I would stick my bronzer brush in it and kind of swirl it around, and then the product would go everywhere. So I ended up dumping it out, and now it's gone. But my Too Faced Candy Johnson Banana Pudding Powder did the same exact thing to me. So it got to the point where I only had like a ring of product around the outside, and I went in with my like concealer setting brush and I swirled it around, and it started to crack. And then the products got everywhere and it got really messy. And I think the reason why it cracked is I went traveling with it. So Matt and I drove to Atlanta for Christmas, and I brought this with me, and it cracked during that trip. So I think the travel, and it's not like we traveled in a plane, so there wasn't like people throwing my bag around. It was just me. But I think just the process of traveling kind of cracked it or loosened it up. I don't really know. But I feel like that's very telling of Too Faced powders, that now 2 completely different products of mine did that same thing. So it must just be something to do with their powder. So sadly, I did dump this in the trash because it was just getting too messy and I couldn't finish it up, but I almost used the entire thing. And I have a backup of this. I bought 2 of them at the same time because it was limited edition. So I have a backup that I will eventually dig into later on. So in total, I finished up 1, 2, 3, 4, I dropped it on the floor. 5, that the Kate Somerville I dropped on the floor. So 5 products. I almost finished up, or pretty much finished up, the Tarte, the Ardency In, and the Benefit product. And then the last product that I didn't really even touch was the Benefit Professional. So overall, I think this has been a pretty successful project pan. So thank you guys for encouraging me to participate in this project pan. I'm so glad that I did. If you guys did this project, let me know down below so I can check out your video because I'm obsessed with project panning videos. And stay tuned for a new project pan in the new year. Happy New Year's, guys, and oh my god, what did I just say? Happy New Year's, guys. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.